Before we get too deep with how to do the transmission service on the 10L80, we will have to go over the parts needed. Now you see this right here, this is the bolt kit. Yes, this filter has a one-time use bolt setup on there, and those are torque to specs. We're gonna go over the torque specs on those. Here is the transmission filter. I did go with a genuine GM part. Let's go with the part number right here. It is 24294355. Now, there are a lot of people that swear by the Dox filters, so I'm not sure how good those are, but they look very similar to this, and people do, like I said, swear by those. So we do have Dexron ULV fluid. I want to point out that this does need to be shaken before it is poured in. And what I'm using is a pump setup that has a hook on it that will make access to the side of the transmission a whole lot easier to fill. Now let's go ahead and start doing this transmission service. The goal right now is to loosen up most of the bolts, and then I'm going to leave some in there so that way I can guide this down, so that way the fluid will come out. At that point you can go ahead and use like a sucker device or anything you want to try to suck out the remaining fluid. Otherwise it's going to spill out all over the place, and I haven't decided which route I'm going to go, so it should be entertaining if I decide to go the spill all over the place route. You can see all the bolts are all the same, so you don't need to worry about mixing up bolts. You just need to make sure that your gasket is in good shape and that it's reusable. If not, you're going to need to get a new one, but we'll check that out whenever we get this down. This is the fill plug right here. We will need to unbolt the drive shaft right here to pull this away a little bit to be able to get my Allen socket on there. It just makes it a little bit easier. You'll see that when I go ahead and do that. Here's the pan as removed. You see the fluid is darkish. Obviously very low miles. I mean, we're at 27,000 miles, definitely under what we need to do. But I'm gonna go and drain this out, and we're gonna see what kind of sediment is on the bottom of this pan itself. So I need to get these Torx bolts off, and they must be replaced with brand new. So it is a E10 Torx bit. So there's one there, and there's one there. So we're gonna go ahead and take those off right now, drop that down, and there's a little sleeve that we gotta replace as well. Sleeve right here. Just going to slip that on, then the new filter will slip into there, and then we will install the new bolts. Those must be torqued, and I'll show the torque specs here in a second. Bolts are torqued down 44 inch-pounds and then 128 degrees rotation. If you don't have a torque angle meter, I definitely suggest you get one. Amazon, you can get a couple cheap ones on there that are going to do the job, but this is critical because this is still tightening down the valve body to the transmission. So these torque specs are absolutely critical. Links into the description for any tools that you may need, that you may not have. I'll go ahead and check that out. I already got my panel cleaned up, gasket is cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and set this in place. You're gonna see me use the impact gun. That's only to tighten or to start the tightening process of the pan. And then after that, I'm gonna follow up with a torque wrench. So be sure to catch those specifications on that as well. Before I set this in place, I want to point out, I did use a paper towel in order to grab some of this trans fluid. As you can see, it's dripping again because I'm taking too much time filming this, but I'm gonna go back over it with a paper towel. I do not use a rag because that could leave little particles behind, little lint pieces in there, that fibers that will cause havoc on your transmission. So I'm gonna use a paper towel once again, wipe this down, and then get this pan up there. With the drive shaft moved away, we can now get to the 8mm Allen. I'm going to use a stubby socket with a ratchet. It's going to be really, really tight to get that off because there is Loctite on there, so be sure to be ready for that. So this is my filler right here. I love this thing, it works really good. Links in the description. What I'm going to do is shake up these bottles, pour them in here. I only use this for Dexron ULV, as you can see it's labeled here, but be sure to shake the bottles up, pour them in here. I'm going to put 8 in here, and then I'm going to start pumping it in until it starts coming out the overflow. Once it does, I'm going to lower the truck down, fire it up, and then go ahead and continue to fill it until it stops coming out. As you can see, I now have 8 quarts inside here. We have plenty more to go, and what I'm going to do is you can pump this like this until you get pressure in there, and you can go up to, what is that, 10, 15? I sit around 15-ish. You can also put in air through here. It's much quicker if you do it that way, but just don't go above 25. I would say that seems excessive, but 15 to 20, I'd say is nice and safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump this up by hand and start filling. So the fluid is flowing. Once it starts to trickle out of there, I'm gonna close this valve, lower the truck down, and I'll start it up. Then I'll open this valve up again until it starts to trickle out. Down here, you can see I'm low on pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and just pump that up. You can see the fluid level going down. It's probably gonna go down to about here before it starts to trickle out. And then we gotta fire it up and it'll go down a little bit more. We have the truck fired up. I have not gone through the gears just yet. I'm going to go ahead and open this valve until it starts to trickle out, just like before. See our level going down. Once it starts to trickle out, go through the gears with it, and then we'll verify. It's starting to come out. Let's go ahead and close that up. All right, you can see we're only at 120 degrees right now. Now, as the temperature gets higher, it's going to expand. So we need to keep that into consideration. The plug does call for thread sealant on it. As you can see, I only have it on those threads towards the end. I don't want it on the transmission side because I really don't want it going into the transmission at all. But here's what it calls for. And so this is going to allow for a couple threads to go in before thread sealant is actually starting to take shape. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed. Go ahead and get that started. As you can see, that was a light drip. We'll go ahead and get this started in there, and then we'll tighten it with the ratchet, and then we'll shut the truck off. Torque specs for this plug right here is 11 foot-pounds. Beep! I'm kidding about the beep. That was actually just me tightening it. Here it is with the torque wrench on there. Don't forget to connect your drive shaft if you have four-wheel drive. But we're gonna go ahead and put this back on, and then we'll go ahead and go for a road test on this. Be sure to clean up your mess after you're done. What I'm gonna use is some degreaser here and hose it off. That's not gonna be shown in this video, but be sure to clean this off. You don't want this dripping all over the place. And this is why I actually trained it from the front, to try to avoid this happening. But obviously you're always gonna get a little bit, but that's it. All cleaned up.